If you got a keen eye, you would have seen lately that I have a pretty cool car right here in my backyard, and today I'm going to explain it all to you. This beast, it's a jzx90, sort of. I don't really understand 90s, but what I do know is there is ones that come with a 1J and there's ones that come with a diesel, and this one is a diesel. So you're probably thinking, why is there a jzx90 diesel in my yard? Well, if you've been following the channel for even just a little bit, you'll know one of my best mates, Joash aka Skinner, built a jzx90 in this shed. Now that car is absolutely mint. Well, absolutely mint. It is pretty mint, and jzx prices are not getting any cheaper. Not really, at least, anyway, and he is scared to drive it. That's the gist of it. And so he bought a jzx90 shell. I don't know even what they're called. I know it's called a 90, but it's the diesel version. They're heaps cheaper because really what you don't have in it is the running gear and the engine. He has all that, and so we are going to re-shell his nice car into the new one, and today I'm going to strip as much out of this one as I can. But first I need to clean up this shed, move my JZX to get it all ready to go. Alright, let's see if the big rig starts up. I don't know if there's a secret to it or not. Have to glow? Yeah, she was. Oh, that's so weird. That is not the noise you expect. I gotta take this diesel beast for a drive before I pull it apart. It is so weird starting a car that should sound like a 1J. Man, she's nippy on the throttle. This should leave it like this, Skin. Manual converted. Let's do a block and then we'll put it in the shed and start pulling it apart. The brakes are not awesome. Well, it drives. Get her on the hoist and pull her apart. Alright, so as you can see, the car is in the air. Today I'm going to try to drop the engine, gearbox, the front cross member from underneath, and maybe even the rear, see how I go. I'm not going to film it all in detail. This thing is going to be Skinner's new drift car, hopefully very soon. We're going to have some shed nights making it happen, so let's get into it. Well, as you can see, the engine is out. Engine and gearbox all sitting there quite nicely. I'm going to call that for today. Here's all the bits and pieces everywhere. Good effort, it's out. Josh will bring the car here, his other car here, 90 here, the drift car one, and we'll start swapping stuff over, but good start to the project. Welcome back to the video. I don't know where we're up to. I left off by pulling parts out of this thing, and I actually had to quickly rush to the Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne for our eldest son Hunter. I won't get into too much detail, but he has been going to doctors and different tests and specialists for about 4 years with an undiagnosed disability. It was diagnosed, it's an incredibly rare genetic deficiency, and it's called GLUT1 deficiency. I'm not even going to bother explaining it to you, but we're in we're in Melbourne for about 9 days starting his treatment. It is intense. It's been the hardest thing in my whole entire life. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'll probably start crying, but while I was away, Brendo and Skinner bought his car in. So this is the 90 with it had the big 1J in it, external gate, single turbo, blah blah blah, T56. They stripped all that out. They put the subframe, the front subframe and the rear subframe out of that car in here. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this one off the hoist. I'm going to pull the seats out and the clutch pedal, and I'm going to put that one back on the hoist and start putting stuff back in that. We have from now 7.25 days until the event, and this is where we're at. Engines everywhere, subframes everywhere, so there is a lot of work to happen. Basically doing a reshell in under 2 weeks, and that's like 2 weeks of after hours, you know, after you've worked. So big task, but we're going to push hard and see how we go. So let's get into it. Alright, I got the clutch out of that car, and now I'm going to put it into this one, but autos have a handbrake on the foot. I'm not sure, you've never seen one of them, but basically it's that third one here, or first one, but that is where the clutch goes, but it's a handbrake in this one. I've never done a manual conversion. I'm assuming it uses pretty well all the same bolts, so now I've got to climb in under there and pull handbrake out and put the clutch in. Definitely not going to be able to film that, but I'm just going to, yeah, I don't know, this video is going to be weird, but I'm going to keep just pulling stuff out and putting stuff in. Alright, we have smashed out some work. So we have a clutch, a brake, an accelerator, so we put the clutch pedal in and the brake pedal in, and I also did the boost controller is down in there, and the loom is ran in, the master cylinder, brake master cylinder, and clutch master cylinder, so that's all in. So yeah, she's coming together good. The shed has, well, I would say it's never been so full, but it probably has, but she's absolutely chockers at the moment. There's 3 cars down the back. My jzx, the good 90, the new 90, diffs, engines, gearboxes, everywhere. But I mean, this is what it's about. I love doing this. I can't wait till the boys are here and we're all jamming together. But I'm so stoked to be just working on cars and helping Skinner out. This thing's going to be so sick. Digo spec, big fitment, lifted. I know some people hate lifted, but that's like the style Skinner's going for with this car. And I like that. I reckon it's going to be so sick. I actually think 90s look cooler than 100s. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what jobs I might do. I might run the fuel lines and put the rear subframe all in. Yeah, I'm going to bed. Alright, it's the next day, and I am going to start cleaning up the engine bay. It's a fair bit of grime and grease and stuff everywhere. There will be no better time than now to clean it, so I've got the heater going. I'm gonna degrease the crap out of this, scrub it, try to get it clean. I know Skinner would really want it to be as clean as possible without going too over the top, so we'll do that. And then I want to run the fuel lines and put the subframe in. That's the goal. Let's do it. One side, much better. Not perfect, but not covered in grease. Now let's do this side. This side's definitely not as dirty, but give her a clean. That is the result. That's what came out of there. Well, that's it, installed. Well, one side at least. Now, rinse and repeat on the other side. But, I don't know if you'll see much. It's really neat setup. Anyway, one side done.
Hard to start, but we should get it.
Yeah. Will it line up? The night is forging on. And the engine is in, gearbox is in, down to the tail shaft. Big skin's gonna do some of the loom. But it's starting to definitely all come together. Big Jojo's, no, this is little Jojo, that's big Jojo. Making, just drilling holes. And I'm doing my most favourite job ever. Bleeding brakes. Yes. Love this job.